everybody, and welcome back to another episode of HermitCraft Amplified. Oh yeah, guys, how's it going? How you doing? So, we need a lot of lumber. A heck of a lot of lumber, actually. So, I decided to start growing some trees and start chopping down some trees. Definitely something we need for our project. Oh, my mouse wasn't working there. The next step we need to do for this project, yep, we need to start collecting all of our drops and storing them in chests. But it's not just chests that we need. We also need hoppers and all sorts of stuff that require large amounts of wood. So, I just got done making about well, how many we got here? I just made 2 1/4 stacks of hoppers. Each of those required its own chest, which is 2 logs each. And then we're gonna need something like, actually, I don't even know, a whole bunch more chests to actually store stuff in. And we are out of lumber right now. So on top of the Guardian farm, I just placed a couple of 2x2 squares of lumber. We only got 1 sapling. Jeez, this thing has so many leaves. Where are they? Come on, despawn. Give me saplings. Yeah, I just placed a couple of 2x2 dirt squares up here so we can grow some of these spruce trees. Man, I have cut down so many trees for this project. Each... Man, my mouse keeps, like, acting weird. I think it might be going off the mouse pad or something. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, each one of these hoppers... Or, I'm sorry, each one of the droppers for the farm down here required a bit of lumber. I think I said before that it required a full log. No, it was like half a log or whatever, but... Yeah, we had to chop down a whole bunch of wood for all of that stuff, all the different chests we've been making. Gosh, I don't even know. It feels like I've had to chop down a whole lot of wood for other stuff, and I can't even remember what it all was for now. I guess torches and stuff like that, too. Oh, my goodness. But yeah, we finally are at a point now where the farm is complete. We just got to do something with all of the drops we're going to be getting. So, there's a lot of stuff that needs to happen. We need to make a vertical item stream. We need to collect all of those resources and have them filter into chests. Yep, lots of good stuff. Things I haven't done before, but gonna do for the first time. I do have a little bit of a guide for what I'm doing, so it's not like I'm going into this blind. I think we'll be able to make this work and be decently, decently successful at the project. So let's go ahead, continue to bone meal this stuff. Yep, I'm gonna cut down a few of these trees. I don't know how many stacks of logs I need. For a stack of chests, I do believe you need 2 stacks of logs. So I'm probably going to fill up my inventory full of lumber, really. We need a lot of chests. I'm not exactly sure. I never counted how many we need, but since we're out of lumber, we will need it for other things in the future anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and do this, guys. I know we did like a montage of me chopping down wood before, so you guys know what it's all about. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to do this for a little while, fill up my inventory, and we will be right back. Alright guys, I think I'm done chopping wood for now, but I've done some work on this farm. I actually did this before I started recording today. So yeah, I've got the farm pretty much laid out the same exact way as it's shown in the original video and the test world, the download for it. So yeah, we got this little wave pattern going on right here where those mobs are spawning before. We got the sea lanterns in there. Everywhere else is black glass, black stained glass. We have a couple gold blocks in the center just because that's the way they did in the original design, and I had some extra ones. And then we got the on-off switch right here. Just a couple push buttons, and yeah, that sends the redstone signal over there. It goes now from the front all the way to the back instead of having to run to the back and turn it on. So yeah, that's all right up front now. So this is pretty much laid out the way it's going to be. I think we can pretty much go ahead and slab out the top of this thing so no mobs can spawn up there. I can get rid of all these torches and all of this stuff. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this farm has turned out. Man, this is such a big project. It has taken so long to get to this point, but yeah, so good. So down below, right here, I have laid out a pad. This is gonna, whoop. Oh, that was weird. My keyboard was moving on its own that time, not my mouse. Think there might be something up with my USB ports. I don't know. That's weird. So anyway, this is the exact center, and yeah, I've laid this pad out to be centered. The original design has a collection area of 23 blocks. Well, I guess 23 rows of double chests. I've taken that, and since this is double wide, there's 2 blocks in the center here. It's not an odd number, it is even. I've added an additional block, so it's 24 blocks wide, and then I have an extra row on either side for the walls. So this is 23 plus 1 in the center, 24, 25, and then 26 rows of blocks, right? So what we're going to do, let's go ahead and mark this out real quick. So 23, I'll just show you guys what we got going on here. Let's lay these torches out real quick. Okay, so that's 23, the extra row for the center to make it an even number, and then the 2 walls, right? Well, the problem is these slabs right here mark where our slime chunk is. I have that above this redstone, so no slimes are spawning there. Well, if we build the floor here, this whole 5 by 5 section is going to be perfect spawning spot for slimes to spawn. Yeah, we're actually inside of that slime chunk at this point. That stinks. I really wanted this collection floor to be centered. And we can't do that because of this silly slime chunk. Now, we could raise this floor up. We're currently sitting at Y21. We could raise this floor up to Y41, I think, and slimes can't spawn above Y40. Or above, after Y40? I don't know. I think they can spawn exactly at Y40. Anyway, if we raise this floor up 20 blocks, we could have it right in the center. But I don't think I want it way up there. I kind of want it down here so you might have a view of, you know, the guardians falling and the collection and the mine carts and all that stuff. Even though we're going to have chests in our face, we might have like an observation floor around, or I don't know what we're going to do just yet. So yeah, I kind of want it this level, but we can't have it centered. I fell. We can't have it centered because of that silly slime chunk. So I think I'm going to have to not center. I'm going to have to off-center it just a little bit, which stinks. But since it won't be in the exact center, that means we don't have to make this an even number to match up with the center of that. We can use the original design, just kind of shift it over, off-center it a bit to get it out of that slime chunk, and I think everything's going to be okay. So we'll probably just go ahead, take away this extra block, and shift this entire floor 4 blocks over this direction. Okay, guys, so let me go ahead and start working on this thing, get it started, start getting it laid out, and we'll be right back. Alright, guys, so I've been working on this for a little while now, and I got some stuff hooked up. It's not quite done just yet. Yeah, you can see the chests are back here now. So, what happened is I built it where it was before, about 3 blocks further this direction, or 3 blocks closer to these pistons. And yeah, I started building everything, and I got about as far as we are now. Wait, come on, get me up here. I don't want to go into the wall. Yeah, so I got about as far as we are now. I have all these hoppers laid out, these the redstone comparators, all this packed ice and the glass around. And then I was over here and I was like, wait a second. This glass is over the spawn floor. We had, well, actually, I think it was the ice was directly below that set of dispensers. So the problem is the guardians that spawned in this last row would be landing on top here and not down on the killing floor and the collection floor. So I was like, oh no. So I had to rip this whole thing down and push it back like 3 blocks. So now we're fine. Yep, it's no longer hanging over the edge. No problems at all. So I kind of got this laid out in a just a quick fashion. Kind of want to show you guys what's going on here. So what's going to happen is our items are going to be coming up somewhere around here. I'm not exactly sure how those items meet up with this water stream, but the water is going to be flowing around here, right where I'm standing. We're going to have to put in a couple of ender chests here, and that's going to be important. It sounds kind of weird, but the way this works is the items are going to be flying along this ice. They're going to smack into those ender chests, and they're going to be riding the line between, you can kind of see how I'm sliding back and forth here, but if I come over here, I'm no longer like really sliding. So yeah, they're going to be riding this line right here, which will set them halfway on top of the ice and halfway on top of these hoppers. So they'll be going fast along here, but they'll still be able to be picked up by the hoppers. Anyway, that's how this thing works. So they'll zip over here, If they don't get sucked up by the hopper, they'll come back around this way and loop all the way back around again. They'll just continue doing this action, swirling around and smacking back into the ender chest, and then doing this again over and over until the hoppers do pick them up or they despawn, whichever the case may be. Obviously, we want to collect the items, but if our chests are full, yeah, there's nowhere for those items to go. Right, so there's still some more things we got to do. I need to get some Eyes of Ender so I can make the ender chest here. Now, I saw that Tango Tech was doing something similar to this with the witch farm, but instead of using ender chests, he was using cakes. Apparently, cakes have the same hitbox, and they work just the same way. So items flying through here would hit a cake, and they'd be straddling that line between super fast on the ice and on the hopper edge where the hoppers can pick them up. But I think we're just going to use ender chests. That's what they used in the original design for this farm. So yeah, we're going to continue with that. Let's see. Another thing we need to do. Let's go over here real quick. That was kind of a weird thing that appeared on my screen there when I threw that ender pearl. Whoa. Yeah, another thing we need to do is get some fence posts. I think cobble fence is what was used in this farm. We got plenty of cobble from digging this place out. So yeah, the cobble fence post, let's see. Oh man, I can't really throw it down there, can I? Do it right here. The cobblestone fence post is going to be going along right like this. I am actually not really sure why they need this. Maybe because it's not a full block and it'll allow the item to slide on the ice and the hoppers as well. But yeah, this is required all the way down here, and I think right there as well. Yeah, I think that's how that works. But yeah, I need to go and get myself some blaze powder so I can make Eyes of Ender, and I can make those ender chests. We do have plenty of obsidian. I don't know if I ever showed you guys that. I did dump a lot of water on the lava pools that are down there before, and then I had to remove them. I didn't really think about that at the time. Yeah, we got like over 4 stacks, like 4.5 stacks of obsidian. Plenty of this stuff. All right, so let me go ahead and get some more of this stuff done. Oh, did I show you all the hoppers down here? Maybe I didn't. There's a lot of hoppers down here. You got 3 sets of hoppers, all pointing into the 3 stacked double chests. And then we got a set of hoppers on top of them pointed straight down. A set of hoppers here pointed towards this wall. And then these hoppers here pointed towards these repeaters. I'm actually not sure why these are pointed this way and those are pointed that way. I don't really think that matters, although I could be wrong. But as long as they're not pointed straight down, I think is all that matters, and they're not pointed into each other. Anyway, let me go ahead and get the rest of this stuff going here, guys, and I'll be back for another status update. Oh my goodness, guys. This is turning out to be probably the largest redstone project I have ever worked on in all of Minecraft ever. This thing is just crazy. There's just redstone piece after redstone piece after redstone piece. Now, if it wasn't for the quad witch hut, the witch farm that we have set up over at, well, I guess it's now World Spawn, oh my goodness, this would have been insane to collect all the redstone for, all the powered rails down there, especially all the gold for that too, without the pigment farm. All the redstone pieces here, all the hoppers, pistons, we got pistons everywhere. We got sticky pistons here that are pushing blocks down. We didn't have to use gold blocks. I'm using gold blocks because I had extra, and that's what they used in the original design, similar for the other decorations around. But the way this works is there's a redstone comparator here next to that hopper. This comparator, when there's items going through that hopper, sends redstone signal to these 2 blocks. It's redstone dust on top, which will power this piston, send this gold block down here. There's another piece down here that we need, which would be this little fella. So this gold block lands on top of this torch. This torch powers this redstone dust, and it's going to power the blocks in front of it that are going to have redstone torches on it that are stopping these hoppers from pulling items down. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that goes into this. My goodness. So I'm going to continue working on this a little bit more. There's still some of this to go through. I'm going to have to make sure everything works because this is the first time I've ever built anything quite like this. And again, I'm going off a design somebody else did, so it could be possible that I'm messing things up, or who knows, whatever. Pretty sure I'll get it right, but you never really know. But yeah, I got a bit more to go here, a little bit more to redstone. Just thought I'd show you guys a little status update of what I'm doing here as far as this redstone goes. I need to put these torches pretty much everywhere down here. All of these blocks need to function that same way. But yeah, let me go ahead and continue on with this, guys, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, so I'm just finishing up the final things we need to do for this project to get this thing completely operational. So we need a bunch of glass. So I got everything set up down here. We got the water streams in, we get all the redstone done. You can see all these comparators are actually turned on. Let's head down here real quick. We need to be down here anyway. But yeah, each one of these comparators is looking at the hopper right behind it. So we have this set up. We have ender pearls here taking up space, and then you need 6 additional items here for the hopper, for the sorting system to work, essentially. Once you get a 7th item in here, it'll suck an item out. So for instance, I think if I put an ender pearl in here, it might suck a whole bunch of these things out just because of the way ender pearls work. But anyway, yeah, you can see how I took an item out. It'll only allow 2 in there now. But without that ender pearl in there, it'll allow up to 6. Anything else will be sucked out and go down to the chest down below. So I have a few of these hoppers here set up. I think I got about 10 of them set up with these prismarine shards. And then we go into the prismarine crystals. And I think I did about 7 of these. I'm not sure. But we can change this later. Maybe I did 10. And then I only did 3 of these full of fish. Although I think that's a little excessive. Actually, I might have done 4 full of fish. I don't know. I think that's a little excessive. We're never going to need 1 large chest full of fish, let alone 4, or I guess there'd be a total of like 12 large chests. We're never going to need that much. So I don't know what we're even going to do with it. But anyway, we have this all sorted. The very last hopper down here I do have full of ink sacs. Now, it is rare, but we do get squid sometimes. And if I don't collect those, they'll just swim around this water. The ink sacs will go around this item stream forever, like 5 minutes, and then they'll despawn. I'd rather collect them. As infrequent as we get, it's only one of our item collection sections. Okay, so item stream's all done. The sorting system's done. We need to get the items from the collection floor into this item stream. So we need to make a vertical item elevator. So I started on that down here. So I changed the water streams. Instead of all of them going down this way, I've changed these 3 to point this direction. The rest of them down here point this direction. They all meet here in the center, so any items, like if they don't go in here, will go into this water stream and then bounce back, and eventually they'll end up in this water stream. I'm pretty sure we're not going to have a problem here. So the way this is set up right now, items go through here, and then they go into these fence posts and up on top. But yeah, that's not what we want. We want those to hit this fence post and go straight up. And now directly above me is this corner, and there's a water stream pointed this way into those ender chests. So this is where we want the vertical item elevator to start. Now, the next part of this is we have to basically fill in all of this. I think it's from here, like this, all the way full of glass. In fact, we should probably test this. It shows this is 4 blocks thick full of glass in the original project. I don't know if we need it that thick, but I think we're going to do it anyway. We got 8 stacks of black stained glass. I think we'll be okay. So let's go ahead and just try this out just a little bit, right like that. Let's try and put some items in here, see if they do go up that vertical item stream. I really hope they do. And they appear to. Okay, so they're... Oh, I don't know if they're... I think they popped out of the center of where they were going. Let's get up here. But yeah, they did make it up here, which is awesome. So all we need to do is just continue to fill this in full of glass. Obviously, this wall will be pushed back eventually. Oh man, we got to go up pretty far. That's a lot of glass. Well, I did make 8 stacks of black stained glass. So I think we'll be okay. But yeah, I think you have to fill in every single air spot full of glass. Maybe. I don't know. I've never really messed with these vertical item streams. There's a lot of things that I haven't done that I'm doing in this project. And I'm basically just going off of what somebody else did. So, like I said, I don't really know if everything I'm doing needs to be done. There's some things I kind of question, but it's not my design. So we're just going with what was shown. I think this actually should get us going right here. A little bit more glass to place. I'm gonna have to get out of here in a minute. Let's see. Let's place this in such a way that I can escape. It's hard to see. Okay. Nope, I think we need a little bit more glass up here. I think this all has to be filled in. Otherwise, it can pop out to the side. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. So, that fence post down there should be directly below this corner piece of ice. Let's get that back. All right, so I think we should be ready to test this. Actually, what we could do, let's just dig a little hole. Now, if I throw something in that item stream that isn't one of those sorted items, we should just see it going up there and around and around and around. So let's go ahead and just take some dirt and some slabs. What else we got? I guess some stone. Looks like those are headed up. Oh, they popped out. Why did those pop out? Huh. Now, it might be because there's blocks touching this glass that they popped out. I really don't know. Let's come up here real quick. Yeah, that is unfortunate that those popped out like that. I'm going to have to figure out what has happened here. I thought everything was set up correctly, but, I mean, obviously not if those have popped out like that. So, yeah, we should... Yeah, there's goes some dirt right there. So those should just be circling around indefinitely. Let's actually come back up here real quick. Yeah, I'm really confused why that popped out. It seemed like everything else went through. Maybe it's just because I threw it at a weird angle, or too many things entered that at the same time, or like I said, maybe it's just because there's blocks touching the side of the glass. I honestly don't know. Let's just pop down here. Yeah, there goes some dirt. And there's the stone. Aha. Well, it kind of works. So I'll tell you guys what. Let me play around with this for a moment. I'm going to remove the stone from around this elevator. That might be what the problem is. I don't know. But yeah, let me do that. And then we'll turn this farm on. And hopefully be able to see this thing work fully with the storage system set up today. Alright guys, I'll see you in a little bit. Well, alright guys, I tested it out. I removed the stone around the vertical item elevator. I tested it out and I didn't see any other items jump out of the tube. So I assume it's just because there was too many blocks close to it. So the next step is to turn on the item collection system here and actually see this thing work for the first time. I'm very excited for this. It's all been leading to this point here. Oh yeah. So yeah, I went ahead and removed all the blocks around this thing. Oop, I should probably remove that rogue stone block. Okay, well, there's no real easy way back over here to turn the collection system on. Let's go around. And the switches are way out of reach. Oh my goodness. We're going to have to figure out a better method for turning this thing on and off. Let's see, if I pearl up here maybe? Yep, nope. Pearl into the one in front of it. There we go. All right. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to figure out a better way. So, off our minecart minions go to collect all the drops from our guardians. And they're coming back. I'm curious to see what this looks like going up the vertical item elevator. There's the items. And they're going up. Well, some of them are escaping. Okay. Obviously, there's a problem here. Maybe the items are just going too fast. I don't know. Okay, well, we're going to have to figure that out. But it looks like a lot of the items are making it up. Yep. Yes, sir. So let's try and get over here real quick. And down here. And then up here. I guess we can do it from right here. We should be able to see items going... Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so we're getting plenty of items here into this chest. And there. Okay, we're getting items in a lot of places here. let's go check. Okay, so there's the prismarine crystals. Those, I'm not sure if we've got any more in here. 56. How about fish? Okay, yeah, the fish are increasing there. We saw that. Not so much our ink sacs down here, but like I said, those are going to be coming in very slowly. We already know about that. Where is the prismarine crystals? Is this one? There it is. Yeah, we're definitely getting those guys. And that. So we should see the items. Yeah, the items are going up here. All right, so we're going to have to figure out this little problem down here. A lot of the items are jumping out, which is not good. This is not what we want. Like I said, it might just be that we have the items going too quickly. Like I said, I've never set up one of these things before. So maybe them going this far and then over here and then zoop all the way over here is just too fast for this system. I'll have to figure that out. All right, guys. Well, I think we got a lot of stuff done here on this project today. There's a little bit of tweaks left to do. Obviously, we got to make this thing look pretty. I got to take this wall back, things like that. Yeah, a lot of work left to do, even though this thing is mostly working now, which is awesome. All right, guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you did like it, and we'll see you next time.